Yo, what's up? Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. Today we're gonna get into the Will and Jada situation. It's been about a week now, and I'm glad we waited a week because we can actually see what the fallout is of everything and what's going on and whatnot. And today I got Chris with me.
Oh yeah, we here, we here. A lot been going on in the media, man. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I look at things on two different spectrums. So on one end, I can say, was this staged? I can say, they got the conspiracy part of it. Then I can say, well, what does this really represent if it was a real situation?
hmm
So yeah,
Well, with me initially, I'm the conspiracy type person.
right.
So
Me too.
I'm like, this shit looks staged like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. When I looked at it, I was like, man, this shit staged as fuck. And then, cause I done slapped niggas before, right?
right.
All right. So it's like, I done slapped niggas before, and I ain't never just slapped a nigga and just turned around immediately. Like, I done slapped a nigga and hopefully he was ready to squelch so I could beat his ass.
Right.
And so for this nigga to slap somebody and walk around and button up and walk off like the shit was cool,
Yeah, yeah,
shit
yeah.
was weird to me. So it just seemed a little staged. And then it just seemed like you see a man walk up and then, when they slow mo the videos of what's going on and you seen Chris Rock kind of lean into the slap
Hmm.
instead of having your guard up, because if that's not scripted and you just made him joke about a man's wife and you see him walk up there, it's never a time you're like, I need to see what the fuck going on, what this nigga got going
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
So that was the conspiracy theorist. I mean, this shit looked fake. The slap looked fake.
Yeah.
The way he leaned and cocked and swing, all that shit just looked
Yeah, it looked
fake.
orchestrated.
Yeah, it did. To
Now,
me.
yeah, like I said, we got to speak to that audience, which is small because they get it, but the masses eat it up as if it was a real issue.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go that route. All right, let's say he walks up and slaps Will Smith. Now we're not talking about any man with a good wife or a wife that is all right. This makes sense
Mm-hmm.
to approach it or react this way, but
Mm-hmm.
you talking about a comedian doing what comedians do.
Mm-hmm.
Now he could have been super disrespectful and talked about some other stuff, but let's go with the route. Let's say this was real. Will Smith been taking a beating for the last couple of years. I wouldn't even say couple of years. She's been holding this attraction and lust for Tupac since forever.
Question before you get in there.
Okay.
Was the joke about her being bald, or was the joke more so of her looking like G.I. Jane? Because, well, let's be clear. A lot of people didn't know about alopecia
Right.
and none of that other shit before that. He never said nothing about her hair.
Yeah.
He said, I'm looking forward to G.I. Jane 2. So would you think it was a shot at the hair, or that she more so looked like G.I. Jane 2?
I think it's both. I'm gonna tell you, cause I seen somebody else. I got to go back and look at it because I saw it a while ago when it first came out. Watching movies, you just watch it, but I want to say it's a scene in the G.I. Jane movie where she cheated on her husband. So
Oh, shit.
it's
Oh,
a
I ain't never seen the movie.
yeah. I watched it a long time ago. I got to
Yeah.
go back and double check, but I want to say somebody broke it down and was like, well, it was a twofold. It was a double entendre type
Oh,
joint.
I
So
got you.
if he reacted that way, he was like, damn.
Okay,
I
so he
remember that
calling my
movie.
bitch bald head and saying she cheat on me.
Cause he did.
Yeah.
So it
damn,
cut a little
okay.
deep, so it makes
But
sense.
when you say it like that, now I gotta
Now
go
we
back and
got
watch the movie.
now we got context of the joke, but even still, people make jokes all the time. Like you're not gonna get no pass and no sympathy if you ain't have to come here.
Right.
But even then, I don't even really want to talk about so much the slap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the reaction from the masses of people applauding the slap and saying that's what they want their husband to do. Like
Most
you
of
want
the
your husband to crash out.
most of the people that saying that ain't got husbands, because
That's
people
fact.
people that I've seen that are married.
Yeah.
Most of those people, most of those women that I've seen said, I would never put my husband in a situation to be fucked up. Because just think about it. Now he done slapped this man, right? His
Right.
reaction, he done slapped this man. Now what if, we live in the age of social media and cameras.
Yeah.
So now you going out here and you slapping. Okay, so just like NLE Chopper in the airport.
Right.
The nigga walk up on you with the camera and slap the fuck out of NLE Chopper.
Right.
What you think they gonna do to Will Smith now?
Exactly.
And now when you and your wife walk through here, it's like, hey, Jada, I can't wait to see you in the G.I. Jane 2 movie. You gonna slap every nigga that say that?
Facts. Now, not to even put more emphasis. We'll get to Jada in a minute, but Will Smith as a person, like I said, he's been beaten up. You gotta look
Mm-hmm.
at his wife lusting over Tupac, sleeping with August Alsina in the house. Like this, like Willow and what's Jay and they partner. He like a big homie, but
Yeah,
it was awkward out the gate.
it was awkward, but I think my personal opinion, I think both of them was fucking August.
But nah,
That's my
that
opinion.
could be because it's highly weird. But
That's
we
my,
had
that,
this conversation off the phone. I mean, off record, and we was talking about a man respecting himself to even allow such a thing. You
well,
stoop to a level that not to go to your extreme. Let's
mhm.
just with the what we know.
Okay.
We know him and Jada was doing what they was doing. For you to even allow that to be a scenario, when I say allow in your house, that's your
Mhm.
house, bro. I'm sure it's in your name. You got the bag. You the one. You even allowing such disrespect, and then you look at all the Tupac when she started doing the red table, talking about the admiration. The little girl just wrote a letter to the dude.
I know.
Like, how can you live with your
But
wife
well,
knowing this?
hold on. So let's do it like this. So if we just keep it cut and dry that hey, Will wasn't fucking August Alsina, right?
Yeah,
You don't allow nothing like that in your house. That is true.
that's facts.
But let's say Will, because it's always been rumored, all these rumors, that Will has a taste for men too, right? Hold on. So when we say it looks weird for him to let a man stay in your house and fuck your wife and be seem to be cool with it, it might be a reason for that. Because if I was a man, I am a man, and me and let's say my wife was to allow a female in the room because I have appetite, I like women. Why wouldn't that go the same way if he like men too? So that's my thing. Why is that? Why would it be considered disrespect if we just going hypothesis now? If Will likes men too.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I really don't have a response to that because I hate entertaining rumors. I'm gonna tell you because rumors they can't be confirmed. So
They can't.
my opinion would be contingent upon if this rumor is accurate or not, and
But
I'd rather just go with what's known to
but
the
we
mass.
we can fancy the idea right now though.
We can, but
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When it looks weird, sometimes it looks weird because if we speculate on Will feeling like he got beat up, that's us thinking that he feel like he got beat up because we don't. Will hasn't came out and said, "Hey, I've been getting beat up."
well, again, I see that that's something to look into. But as far as what is being consumed right now
Mm-hmm.
and what he looks like right now from what we seen,
Mm-hmm.
he disrespected himself because he settled for second place. He knew the affinity she had with Tupac because they was around each other at the same time. So,
Mm-hmm.
but if you ain't in the know, you don't know the game. You don't know how to pick up body language from a woman. You don't really know how to read what she doing and how she posturing herself. You gonna miss that. Shit, I'm second place, so I take you because Tupac again got shot, he got killed. So she like, damn, I already got Will in the tuck. I'm gonna go ahead and do this because my career really wasn't even doing that. So he say, he popping Bad Boys and shit coming out. He the man. So again, from a
Why Jada? Why you think he picked a Jada? Because it's Will Smith at the end of the day.
but you gotta understand, Jada was bad. Now we can't take that away. She was bad back in the '90s. She was a little fine, little tender. She was.
She was nice. I'm not gonna say
She
she
was
was
nice
She was
now.
nice, but she wasn't.
But
she
but Pat
she
but
hold
Pat
on.
but Pat Atwood, if you listen to her, she got game. She her mother's
She
child.
definitely got game.
She got game. She
Even
got
the
that
mama, you
swag.
can even tell when they have the red table talk, even how the mama
Which
talk and how she
Because
act.
her
you know?
acting ain't even all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know she got the swag. You know
Yeah.
she know what she doing.
I
So
agree.
look at what kind of she landed the big fish.
I
Big
agree.
fish. So him not knowing that he was the fish, he went ahead and just did everything the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he ain't put no respect on his name. She got the talking and all of that. Like that shouldn't have been
Mm.
Yo, you doing too much. You telling people you got an entangle. You talking about this and this coming out. It's making me seem as if I okayed it, but I come on the red table as if I didn't okay it. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So people saying they got an open relationship and all of this, you really don't know. You can only see the speculation because if they had all this open relationship, mutual attraction to men, it wouldn't be no fuss. When no media be addressed, they'll just be living happily ever after. They really wouldn't be addressing that because a lot of people go through shit, they just don't respond to it.
But wouldn't that go back to our society and how we view marriage though? Because even if let's say they had an open marriage, right?
Right.
That's speculation again. But let's say they have an open relationship. If she fucks somebody else, and like I said, August Alsina comes out and say, "Hey, yeah, I fucked your wife" or whatever, or hint to it, the masses are gonna pick it up like they doing the slap,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be like, "Damn, your wife fucked August Alsina. He talking about the whoop, all this because of how we already view marriage. Marriage is supposed to be with man and woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if they decide to have an open marriage, it's always gonna be taken as that if anybody came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always gonna be that fuss if they open relationship or not. You don't think so?
I think so, but again, the way it came out is if she just had zero respect for him. Like you, even if he saying it, you responding to it. I don't know if you know about this, Lala Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
It was a situation that people don't really talk about because it happened when Carmelo was first about to hit the league. She was talking to this DJ. It's on. I want to say it's on YouTube. I forgot the DJ name.
Mm-hmm.
So they done went to the party. I think this draft night. Carmelo Anthony in there. She in there with him. Say he walks up to her like, "Baby, all right, come over here. We in the section." The dude he did the interview. I think Doggy Diamonds. I think he had talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, we got the section over here." He like, "Stop, I'm in here with my man." And he saying he see Melo back a few feet behind her. So he like, "Man, quit playing." So Melo walk up like, "What's good, baby? Everything cool?" And he looking at him like, "Oh, this bitch for real." So he spit in her face.
Melo spit in her face?
The dude, her boyfriend at the time, spit in her face.
Oh damn.
Say then they can't got a little tussle and stuff like that. So when women cheat like that, it's a rush to get it out the way. Let's go ahead and sweep it up because this should have been. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She shouldn't even have no platform at this point. You see what I'm saying? You look at Derrick Jackson came out, his numbers went in the tanker because he came out as a fraud. You see what I'm saying? But he was selling a lie.
A dream.
Yeah.
Well, women like to eat that up.
They do. That's why it's big business.
And I think that's kind of why you hear so many unmarried women talking about, I want my husband to do X, Y, Z when they never been in a position or a situation with a man to understand that you should neither one, man, husband or wife, should put their spouse in a situation to where they could crash out like that.
Right.
And so when you seeing all of everything that's going on now, Netflix talking about they want to hold a movie, and the Bad Boys 4 want to hold a movie, and then you see people saying, "Oh, it wasn't a big of a deal," right? And the reason they saying it because they didn't get slapped. Because everybody know when you get slapped and you feel like something has been taken a part of you. Because when you get slapped on national TV and everybody sees it, now everybody can put their mouth on you and say, "Hey, you were getting slapped, you got punched, you got this."
Right.
If you were the one getting slapped, you gonna feel like it's a big deal.
That's right.
But all of a sudden now that it's Will Smith, and and I heard somebody say that sometimes they feel like Will Smith is such a big artist, he didn't understand the repercussions of him slapping someone.
Facts.
Do you think that's true?
Of course. I mean, I think he understood. I think he, again, a man who's been beaten, who's been demoralized over the years, it's a straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
So he see an opportunity to get some kind of vindication. Because if it would have been anybody else, if The Rock would have been up there, 50 Cent would have said some shit, he wouldn't have walked up there and slapped 50 Cent. Like, come on.
Well,
So
like they said, Chris Rock is a friend of the family.
Again, he chose an
He
innocent victim to do this with, and like I said, I seen the look on Chris Rock's face. If it was acting, it was. I'm talking about he should have got an Oscar on the spot because it looked like he was. And I started seeing people saying he gonna need therapy and all of this. I'm like, therapy out the slap. I can see it, but you don't really need therapy. You need revenge. You need vindication.
Well, you in this field.
Of
You
course.
don't think after you've been assaulted or heard a hit like that, you don't think it leave us? And we talking about at the Oscars in front of everybody. We're not talking about you getting slapped in the neighborhood with 5 people. And we talking about millions of people seeing this, and you have to go around, get on stage in front of people, hope people come see you, still have respect for you, being able to still get up there and tell jokes, and somebody else don't feel like, oh, you a pussy. I can get if you say something about my wife, now I can get up there and slap you too. So you don't think?
Let's get into the science. So this is psychology of what's going on. So depending on what a person has been brought up as far as conditioning and what kind of environment to expect to go in. If you do go in this environment, this is how you behave. Just like people going to jail, they get institutionalized. They get accustomed to behaving in a more savage way than they would behave out on the streets.
Yeah.
So it's all about what makes me feel better because as I say, a person does therapy, they need to do what's going to make them feel better. They'll hold resentment because let's say they go and see a shrink, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote, lay on the couch, talk about these problems. They're going to hold a certain feeling because they really want to do what they want to do. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say I want some get back or whatever the case may be, or the only way I feel better about it is if I do this. So people got different triggers on what makes them feel good. What feel good to you may not feel good to me. So let's say hypothetical situation. Let's say Trayvon Martin situation. If that would have been your son, you probably been like, nah, I gotta crash for mine,
Mm-hmm.
and you go and smoke
Mm-hmm.
George Zimmerman. His dad didn't do that. So, well, to make you feel better, but his dad did like organization and stuff like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what make him feel better about not crashing out. But in your case, you may need to crash.
Mm-hmm.
So, a person that needed therapy from this, say Chris Rock from this slap, what's gonna make him be able to sleep at night? Is it talking to a shrink and say, yeah? So, what is a shrink gonna say? So, what do you feel about being slapped?
So
What's gonna make me feel better? Do I gotta go slap him back, or we gotta go shoot the fade? That's the only way that's gonna make me feel better. But for him, I really
so you don't. So okay, we gonna go in being in that profession. So talking to someone may not make nobody feel better, or could it?
it could, but if that person don't want to accept
What happened?
what happened, then
Okay.
you just trying to talk and feel it like a preacher. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just trying to tell me
Feel good
sweet
for the
lies.
moment.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this feel good, so you gonna donate to me, or you
Mm-hmm.
gonna continue to come pay me next week because I made you feel better. Everything is on emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on emotion. If a person need therapy, logic has left the room. We're looking at emotions only. So
Mm-hmm.
if I know how to trigger your emotions, if you come sit down with me, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I give you everything you need, so okay, I'm good. What my money gonna look like? What my money gonna look like? It's
It's gonna be
business.
short.
It's gonna be short.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be short.
I gotta keep telling you stuff to feed you to get you to come back. So
Mm-hmm.
the way I would do the therapy is I got to do exactly what's gonna make me feel better about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can accept it, all right, this person whooped me, and I say, no, I can't take that. We gotta shoot. We gotta shoot another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta keep fighting till I win. And then
So
when I win, now I'm healed at that point.
okay,
I did what
so
I need to
looking
do.
at Chris Rock, what he need? Think he need to go slap Will Smith back, beat his ass, fuck his wife? What?
Uh, it's hard to say because Chris Rock is an interesting person. He's an interesting type of guy. I don't think he got it in him to go and try to sleep with his wife. I don't think he got it in him to fight him. Probably money.
Maybe
Uh,
that's why his tickets
yeah,
then
money
went
may
through the
be a
fucking
motive.
roof.
Yeah, they spike crazy. Maybe money may be a motivation, but that's everybody's motivation in some case.
Mm-hmm.
But from this point, this is bigger than money. It's about dignity and pride and your nuts as a man. A man slapped you,
Mm-hmm.
so we got a box. That's how I'm looking at it. But again, I'm talking about Chris Rock. It's hard to say with him.
It's just hard. It's hard to say because I feel like some people just want to get over with the situation, right?
Some or very few want to. A lot of people want to drag this shit out.
Nah,
They want to make
I-
this a thing.
I think some
As long
people
as it can.
want to be done with the situation, and the reason that I say that a lot of people want to be done with that situation is, that's why you would take a slap because you would take a slap because I don't want to fight you. That prolong the situation, and in my mind, I might be rationalizing, hey, I could get knocked out, I could get really fucked up, I can get killed because, naturally with men, we understand we don't put our hands on each other because somebody might take it down.
Mm-hmm.
And when you grow up, men tell you, hey, just because I slap you don't mean the response is going to be a slap.
Right.
I might slap you, and a nigga might pull a pistol out and shoot the shit out of me, and might unload the whole clip
Facts.
and beat my ass after I'm dead.
You can't control what happened to you.
Right.
After the
And so that's what I'm saying. So somebody like that, like a Chris Rock, might have just been, hey, I'm going fuck it. I'm gonna endure the slap. It's over with, and deal with what comes after that, and I do damage control later.
Now I can agree with that. Now he may, in retrospect, thought about it and said, "Well, okay, Will has been taking a beat.
Mm-hmm.
His wife has been, in the headlines for disrespect,
Mm-hmm.
publicly and privately.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So he may just, address it. I think he may address it, and it'll have to be I don't know. It may be
Comedy
something
special,
minor.
special comedy.
It may be something like that. Like I said, I use it to profit it in any way I can. I just use it for profit. His content is like I said, you see his tickets and spike. So
Crazy.
I don't know, man. Chris Rock just gotta. I don't think people they want to drag this out because it's you talking the Oscars. You talking one of the biggest, if not the biggest, award show that come on TV. So I don't know, man.
It's crazy because it is the Oscars, but the sad part about that whole thing is that was a black ass night that night.
That's the issue because it was about black excellence.
Black excellence. So they will set us back.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
And then I was telling my girl this. I was like, growing up, Will Smith he was just considered Will Smith. He was never really considered black, right?
Yeah.
And so when you accept an award on behalf of black people and you slap someone, that made you become black because you're doing something that stereotypical of what they try to say that how black people act.
Yeah.
And so now you put yourself in the realm of this is how all the niggas act. You get what I'm saying? Which fucking sucks because I didn't even know Beyonce performed. I didn't know Meg Thee Stallion performed. I didn't know Samuel Jackson got an award. I didn't know a lot of shit. All I heard was the slap. I didn't even know the Oscars was even on because I don't even watch the Oscars, right?
I ain't never watched the Oscars.
So it's like when you hearing all the stuff that went on before that, and then you hear that Will Smith got an award after the slap, which was crazy because I didn't even know he got an award after the slap 2 days later, and I went back and watched the speech.
See, that right there, that's why I say this where the conspiracy part come out. Okay, I come up and slap somebody. You mean tell me you still gonna give me an award? Like if I was playing basketball and I started a fight.
Now hold on, they claim they told him to leave. Do you believe that?
Hell no.
They ain't tell that man to leave.
Yeah.
Because they could have escorted him out.
And then he in the after party, turned up.
Right.
Like celebrating.
See, and that's where the conspiracy comes into play.
Right. Like
and then you got the low. Your last year was your lowest ratings.
Exactly.
So
a lot of things go into that.
So when you thinking about all of this and Will Smith, and then my thing is he said, "Hey, I'm protecting my family." Right? How are you protecting your family when you slap this man and not everybody always talking about your wife again about the same issue that happened last year for last when they had the red table talk getting fucked by August Alsina and now August Alsina on Instagram making all these posts and we ain't even seen this nigga. That nigga go away and now he back making posts again and stuff like that. So
he finna catch a wave out this shit,
right? But how are you quote unquote protecting your wife? And you want your people to keep your wife's name out their mouth, but now everybody got your wife's name back in their mouth. Bro. And talking about how she ain't shit. Now people are even going so far to question, is she really got alopecia?
I'm going to tell you this, bro. As a reformed savage. A reformed savage.
All right.
Guys don't take into account, like, if you with a chick, like, sexually, right? You in your mind, you may feel that you doing the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you may be showing out, but if she stepping out and getting that outside dick, that shit a whole nother experience. Like, because the length she'll go to get to you and what she'll do, like, during the whole is, I know you ain't getting this at the house. You can't be getting this at the house because it's too extreme.
Yeah.
So, to have another man's wife or girl, whatever, in them situations, occasionally and often, you would, if he was to see it to be a fly on the wall, he would melt. He would probably kill himself. This is why male suicide is through the roof. See, these topics, somebody made a post I seen on Facebook. They was talking about male mental health because this is what it boiled down to. It's really about Will. It ain't about Jada. It ain't about August. It's about Will Smith and his mental state. Mental health is real, but as a black man, won't nobody really highlight the issues that we go through. Seeing your girl cheat on you. You see these videos on World Star and all type of places. Facebook, where these women ain't coming up dead or they're killing the guy when it's infidelity involved. So that's why my message is what my message is. Like, if you're not about that, don't fake it. Don't lie to no woman. Don't do none of that. Tell her what you want, and women too. Tell them what you looking for. That way, the bullshit. We so.
So you don't think Jada told Will what she was on?
Nah.
So okay, so
she did indirectly. I'm talking about from the gate, because a woman a cheater don't change their spots. I'm talking about out the gate. You see this lust for Tupac. You see you playing the back cut because she.
That's my thing. You don't think they had discussions about the lust for Tupac. Okay, so let's say it's been years.
Yeah, they had discussion,
okay,
but she gonna lie.
okay, no. This is what I'm saying. So they had discussions about Tupac, right?
Yeah.
Discussions. So you don't think when she done got on public, been in public, and say woot woot Tupac, and then come back home, Will then say, hey, I don't like you talking about.
We ain't even talking about that part. We talking about out the gate, meaning when they first was interacting with one another.
That's what I'm saying.
90s.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't think that they had an actual discussion about Tupac? Come on, in the 90s, this is one of the most polarizing figures, Tupac. And you got to think before the Will, that's how she tried to associate herself and get her association with him was with Tupac, her clout.
Exactly.
So when you thinking about that, you don't think they had to have that discussion about Tupac or what the fuck was going on?
They had the conversation, but they did. Will need to know what's being said and what's not being said, and know how to translate womanese.
Yeah.
That's Donovan Sharp. He got these courses on womanese because when a woman say some shit, she's saying something that you ain't picking up.
Mm-hmm.
So baby, you know, Tupac, we was just cool and all of this. Meanwhile, she was in lust and still in lust with this man. So he went ahead and went with his move, not knowing that you second place. You ain't the one. If you gonna deal with a chick on the level when you that guy, Will Smith on Bad Boy type like you, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you gotta know you that guy.
Yeah.
And that you won't only tolerate and accept the nothing but the best when it come to me. I gotta be the one. I gotta be. It's me then God.
So why would a Will accept that?
Cause he ain't in the red. He don't know. He don't know no better. He don't know what's going on. You take this. I use these conversations like an athlete. You see how these athletes get played, right? Picture a person. 80% of their time is dedicated to their craft because you don't get in NBA, NFL unless you're dedicated, 100% invested. Meaning a basketball year is 11 months out the year. It ain't 4 months like high school or whatever. It's 11 months. AAU, then some more extra shit. So you playing 11 months. So that's practice. You don't have time to social and go through the things that, let's say, me and other guys went through. Even though I was an athlete, I wasn't an athlete to the level of I'm playing 11 months out the year. So you take a person like that, they don't know what females going on. They just see, oh, you like me, let's talk, whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't have the time. I got to go do basketball. I got to watch film. I got to work out. I got to practice. They get to the league, they see these Brittany Reynolds and chicks like that in the seats. They don't know how they got there. See, they think the chicks, oh, they just here. These chicks knew this where the ballers was going to be at. You see what I'm saying? So they know what a flock. They know where to go. But a basketball or athlete, top tier, Kevin Garnett, you see what happened with him? Yeah, he retired. His wife out the door. Boom. The football player, Cutler, out the door. Kenny Smith, out the door. And she trying to keep his name and stuff like that. So you see these dudes get Antoine Walker, all of them, and they getting broke, hitting them. PJ Washington, the latest, slapping them with that bag. Yeah, let me get that. So these dudes don't know, oh, you don't like me for real. They having
so you don't hold on. You don't think they don't know that these bitches don't like them?
If you were in a sport or in a craft that required 70% of your time, you don't understand what it's just like a person. You've been what's the shit out? You've been to Top Golf, right? You know how to do the love process. You know what's going on, right? Let's say a person ain't never heard of Top Golf, and I just supposed to go in there and know what to do. I'm gonna need some help. Hey, what I supposed to do? But you been there. You know what to do. They don't. They ain't never been here. I ain't never seen it. So I just supposed to expect them to go in and know how to navigate it without messing up a few things. That's crazy. So these athletes go through these process. These artists, they spend so much because it requires that much of your time to get to the top of the top. It requires that. It's demanding. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Nigga, I'm running 2 miles before practice. Before practice, I'm gonna run 4 in the morning, and then go do a practice, and then I'm gonna work out after practice. It's dedication, bro. So these guys that get treated like that, they go through these scenarios with these women and don't understand the women are only at the finish line. They trying to get what they can get, and they out. Let me go and get that check.
It's just to me, it's hard to believe with all the access to like podcasts, us talking with exposure with because this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is perfect. Us as men, we all know. I think I don't even young or old. I don't think we've all said this. When I get more money, I'm gonna get more bitches. when I get to a certain certain level in life, you honestly know that it comes with the territory. It's more bitches.
I get it. I want to address that because in my current understanding now, that's more like square talk, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because to think that because I got more money, it's a lot of lanes with money, and they don't have no chicks. They just got the bread. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to make it work. So
Okay, hold on. Well, I'm gonna say this, fucking, because this is the thing we gotta understand, and this is a great point of going tying all into Will Smith with a Jada. So everybody keeps up bringing up Russell Wilson with a Sierra, right?
right,
So people keep saying he's lame, he's square,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But you gotta understand, Bow Wow fucked her too,
right,
and Bow Wow has been considered lame ever since we were kids.
right,
Is that not true?
yeah,
So my thing is, if we wouldn't even be talking and saying Russell Wilson is lame for fucking with her if he would have fucked with her after Bow Wow, because that would have been like, hey, both of these niggas is lame. They both got money. Bitches fuck with them. So my thing is, you can't say that. It's hard. It's hard to say that a bitch won't fuck you just because you got money. They will. But we talking about fucking. I ain't talking about, and that's my mindset. I ain't talking about
Okay.
being in a relationship. I don't. Growing up, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck these hoes. Right, that's my mindset. Now I don't know about niggas is being like, oh, I'm being in a relationship and getting married. I'm gonna get a wife, find a wife, and do all this shit and have kids. Now that's something totally different because I never grew up like, oh, I want to get married. It's always I want to fuck bitches and have crazy pop parties and like
Most guys ain't thinking like that though. Most guys have a relationship mindset. They blue. They blue and green. They had they got the one nighters.
Yeah.
I got to get this one chick, and when I get her, that's it.
But
like,
see,
they don't know how to.
that's crazy to me.
It ain't crazy. You think about it. The
Yeah,
main
yeah,
dude, the
but
main
no,
cats
I'm saying it's crazy, but it's not rare. It's not rare at all. But it's probably 70% of men probably think like that,
they
right?
blue. They green.
And the reason I say it's crazy because like even me, like I'm married, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm married, I got kids, but even dating, my wife before we got married, I was like, look, I have an affinity for women. Like I like women. Like I like women a lot. Like I don't even know why I would sit here and tell you that, oh, you the only one that I see. We go to the gym and we talk about ass and fine ass bitches that be in there all the time. Like I like women, and I have to be honest with every woman that I talk to beforehand about just me liking women, my appetite for women. So it's gonna be hard for me to sit here and say, hey, I'm just gonna be able to fuck you the rest of my life. I can't say, I couldn't never say that.
Right.
And I never told her I would never cheat on you. This is what I said. I said I would never fuck anybody behind your back.
Right.
Right, I would let you know what was going on, and preferably, I would like us to have somebody that we bring into this, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, because we had, we've had threesome talks, all of this type of shit, and I told her, I said, if we ever cross that, the bitch we bring in, that's not a threesome buddy, that's our girlfriend,
Right.
right? So that's that. If I want to fuck her, if you bring this bitch in, I can fuck anytime. I don't want you to be, oh, you fucking after me. No, you bring her in.
Yeah.
I get to fuck anytime. If you want to fuck with her, fuck with her. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just weird to me to think that it's men that's like, oh, I want to get married and put
Bro,
bitches in.
you know some dudes look at bringing another chick with they chick as the most vile thing. Like, I understand it to a degree because when you open up Pandora's box, this shit is a deep rabbit hole. You see what I'm saying? So
It depends.
A lot of dudes ain't gonna experience that tray ball. That tray ball is something different.
It depends. It depends. And I say this. It depends on me. We talking about.
It depends on but
we talking about a lot of men that have not experienced, because I think a lot of times it's just the experience with women.
If you ask a man what they want, they gonna say they want a threesome.
That shit.
Most men ain't never had no tray ball though.
Look, I'm telling you.
So if they had one, they gonna lose their mind and they gonna be controlled by that. They ain't gonna know how to handle them. Most dudes don't. They got a bad chick now. They don't know how to handle her.
That shit. I'm gonna be honest. You to have a great threesome, it takes special women to have a great threesome, because that shit is overrated most of the time.
I'm just saying, if they had, I'm telling you, the right two.
I got you.
A dude gonna lose his mind. He already losing his mind over the one he got. He bring another one in that's equal or better. He gonna lose it, and then he see them interacting. He gonna lose it because he ain't got control over his one bitch. A lot of the times, I just seen the story. Dude, well-to-do guy. They just got a house. They about to get a house built. Whoop de whoop. Engaged. So they done signed all this paperwork. So now the wife talking about she want an open marriage.
Mm-hmm.
He like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck you talking about? You want an open marriage? Like, I'm that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm travel. I got the bread. We getting a $300,000 house built from the ground up and all of this. What you mean you want an open marriage? I mean you want to get that pussy away to a nigga that ain't doing half the shit I'm doing?
Look,
Nah.
look, I ain't never gonna go for no shit like that.
I'm saying
But
dudes being
I got you.
just think about the level of respect a woman have to have for you to even come to you with that idea. What kind of respect she got for you? To where she ain't know she already had a fish. Oh, I know this nigga a fish. I already know
Well,
what to do with him. She know that. Cause I tell these guys, when a woman choose you, she know what she gonna do with you.
Mm-hmm.
She already know.
Mm-hmm.
But if she choose you and she know what she gonna do for you, like she moving everything, like a lot of her actions gonna be to support and be whatever you need.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Versus demanding you bring what she talking about to the table.
Mm-hmm.
So again, with the Will Smith and just men, this just some game. If you got a chick and she ain't looking at it as a, well, this what I'm about to bring to you,
Mm-hmm.
versus what she looking to extract, you lost. You got your L on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
So when the chick start demanding and she come out with this, man, I want an open marriage. I want to see other guys. Like, bitch, you got zero respect for me to even come to me with this idea.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say that, guys think it's just something that come out the blue.
Mm-hmm.
She already put you in this bag, in the trick bag. So she was just waiting on a good time.
So you think if a woman come to a man like that, she already know that you gonna agree with it?
Yeah.
You think a lot of men out here agreeing and stuff like that?
I don't think it's majority, but a lot are. Yeah, a lot of cooks out here. You got these cooks where they know they chick getting slayed,
Mm-hmm.
but they keeping it quiet. But I'm gonna tell you why. And I was talking to my partner. He was telling me about a situation. I said, when a man props himself up on a certain platform, whether it's social media or just even in real life, and he has investments, meaning they got kids, marriage, houses, property, stuff like that, he'll eat that because to address it, he like, well, I can't address it and still stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I do address and stay with you, I like a chump.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll take it in private, in secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the town know, like, yeah, boy, I seen this nigga girl out here with the dope boys and with these guys and whatever. Or I know my guy, he beating the brakes off this dude chick and he know it.
Mm-hmm.
So you had these scenarios. So a guy just eat it in private because they don't want to take the public embarrassment.
So money don't help you escape from being a simp.
It do, but if you don't know what to do with it, you not only will you gonna be used for your attention, you're gonna be used for your bread too.
Mm-hmm.
I seen the podcast, I can't think of the name. They got a chick on there coaching girls on how to get money out of niggas.
What?
I'm talking about she breaking down like how we talking, like what to do in like detail, like how to talk, how to answer the phone, how to dress, how to go on a date with him, like what to do when you in the car with him. She breaking down game, like the micro level on how to extract. She's like, I ain't talking about no 5,000, 10,000. I'm talking about 50,000, 100.
Like Twitter swindler type shit.
Yeah, she teaching this.
Damn.
So that's why I say a lot of guys that get the bread, they don't have the game because it's hard to get both. It's hard to be gained up and have that check and know what to do. It's hard. That's a rare specimen because he had to go through life to get the game, and then at the same time had to go through the business ventures and risks to get the bread. So that's a rare specimen.
Yeah.
So most guys that got the check, they can't have the game because they spent so much time trying to get the check.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just, to me, I would think that thinking about who Will Smith is, right? I ain't talking about if he got a game. It's just his name. Who Will Smith is, what body work, what he's done.
Right.
I don't think he has to accept. I know you said legacy and being, your kids and stuff and, divorce, and she would take something, all of that. But like Mike Tyson said, when he paid Robin Givens, he wanted to get rid of her because of peace.
Right.
Ain't nothing trumps peace, bro.
Nothing at all.
So if you have that type of mindset, you got to understand, I'm willing to pay a bitch to get the fuck on, because the thing about it is that we got a man now who has won an Oscar, built himself up to be in that position, and we don't even know about his acceptance speech of getting an Oscar because he slapped someone. Because he right now, he'll have an asterisk by his name. Just like you'll be like, oh, R. Kelly made good music, but he didn't have to go and sleep with them little kids. Or you'll be like, well, Bill Cosby did X, Y, Z, but he didn't have to go and allegedly rape the women or whatever, or drug the women or whatever. It's gonna be like, well, Will Smith did this, but Jada Pinkett made him like a fool. Remember when he, at the Oscars he slapped and those are things that you have to avoid. As a man, when you're building your legacy, is when you leave this earth, you don't want to have an asterisk by your name, that but. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the scary part about Will Smith of why he don't leave. But I guess if you're thinking like the damage is done now, I guess you could stay.
I think, like I said, I think he just been taking it in private so long. He like, it is what it is, and I don't feel he want to give credit to another man for breaking up his family. That's another
You
thing.
think that's giving him credit?
Giving August Alsina credit?
Yeah,
of course it is. Because this is what it's all about. For the most part, it's about the Tupac a little bit, but it's confirmed you've been fucking August Alsina.
Yeah,
and
she said it, so I don't know.
So, bitch, you can't represent me.
To your husband on Red Table Talk.
And to go back to what I was saying about the money and what makes you valuable is a certain gift and presence that a man like Tupac. Ain't nobody ever just held Tupac to a standard for having money. He's not a polarizing figure for his money.
Right.
He a polarizing figure for his message. Will Smith, same way. He a polarizing figure for his acting. You don't really see people talking about his business deals, even though we know he got them.
Yeah,
they don't prop his deals up like they do a Jay-Z,
right?
Or they'll do a LeBron James. They known for about their money. But Will Smith, Tupac's, who else? Your Martin Lawrence, your R. Kelly's. He tarnished his legacy by, because I look at it, when you start to accomplish things, you start to put yourself in the space. It's certain things that you stop doing, but a lot of men start abusing the ability to do it because they got so much abundance, so much money, so much reach and access to where they feel they untouchable. So they start doing shit and they get caught up when they appetite.
Yeah,
like, bro, you get to a certain level of, well, I'm the number one, like Kanye. Like, you're not gonna catch me in a club where they start fighting and shooting. Or you ain't gonna catch me in nothing but the best of the best.
Yeah,
like certain shit I'm just not gonna associate with no more. And if we on the same type of time, you'll understand that.
Well, like I said, you said people stop stuff. I think they made to stop other stuff, but they pick up other shit along the way.
Yeah, you
right.
Yeah, you pick it up.
And so, and this is my whole argument to the Will and Jada shit. I think, and this is why I asked you about money. I think sometimes when you get a certain level of money, a lot of shit don't even matter.
Right.
He might not even give a fuck. Cause you gotta understand, like, even on one episode of like Red Table Talk I had watched when the mama was on there, and the mama was like, y'all relationship weird because they always said Jada could stay on one side of the house and we'll stay on the other side of the house, right?
Right.
And I don't think it's necessarily because I can't lead this bitch. It's just I don't give a fuck. Like, you see these hoes coming through here, and I see the niggas going over there, and when we family, we get to parent our kids together, and that might be a thing that we do to make sure our household stays together. And not necessarily legacy, not necessarily caring what other people do. It's just like, hey, we could raise our kids under the same household, do what we do, because let's be real, it got to be some weird ass shit going in the house to see how their kids are. They're a product of a Will and Jada, those kids. And like I said, those kids have, like, they had an article 2-3 years ago about how black people don't respect a Willow and a Jaden Smith because they're not considered black because of how they dress, how they look. They coming out with their sexuality, the way they do their hair and shit like that. So those kids are products of that household. So when you see them, that alone should just let you know what the fuck was really going on. When your daughter can get on Red Table Talk and tell you that she wants to be in a throuple.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that already let you know why she want to be in a fucking throuple. Okay, saying this with your mama and your grandmama on the damn show.
Where
so that's letting you know this household probably been ran like this from jump, from out the gate.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I'm saying I don't think a Will went into this naive, but she didn't tell him, hey, I want to, have a sexual date. They probably was fucking people before, before they got married, together, apart. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you like they said, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Right.
and we could just look at their kids.
Man, I when I started to see like the little different, like where we wearing a dress and all of this, I'm like,
Bruh,
he in
this
his
is no
lifestyle.
lie, bruh, no lie, bro. We had went to a J. Cole concert, right? And
Yeah.
you know how they have in Birmingham, you know how they have people open up before
Yeah.
him, and Jaden was there. He opened up, right?
Yeah.
At the end of his show, he said, "Tyler, the Creator, my boyfriend."
I think I heard that. I seen
Bruh,
it.
that shit was wild as fuck. He was like, "Tyler, the Creator's my boyfriend," and he was all emotional when he said it. Like he needed this shit to get out there because maybe Tyler wasn't claiming him or something. Like he just wanted to let you know that somebody getting fucked, and I'm getting fucked by Tyler, the Creator.
That's that weird Hollywood. I mean, the illuminated ones. That's people think that shit some just some conspiracy, but you ain't doing that just to like. Who says that? At what point did people just start saying? Just like when it's marketing, but it's also a message and it's a contract. Like when Young Thug was doing that, talking about this my bae and all of
Bae and
this
shit, yeah.
Like,
But like I
love
said,
you.
that
Come on, bro.
but that level
Yeah.
of people, my nigga, like, that's why I say like when you get to a certain shit and you see certain shit and they invite you to certain parties and doing certain shit and saying, hey, you can do this business deal if you do XYZ or all of this, it's just a hard thing to just say that, hey, Will doesn't respect himself because hey, he might like what the fuck going on.
I mean, I said he
Yeah,
could be on some puppet master shit.
Look,
I
I'm gonna
won't
tell
be
you,
surprised.
I'm gonna say some shit. Regular people, my cousin been a part of this shit. Right, I'm gonna say some shit. My cousin calls me and he's like, "Hey, this man want me to fuck his wife in front of him. Should I do it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Bruh, that shit could get dangerous, bruh. You could pull out your dick and he might see, might what you call it." I said, "But my thing is, what if that don't happen? What if you pull your dick out, you start fucking, and then he try to join in, but it's touching on you and fucking you? Man, I never thought of it that way." I said, "Why wouldn't you think he gonna be in the room while y'all butt ass naked, you fucking his wife? Why wouldn't he try to fuck you too?" I said, what if the goal was to tell you to come over there to fuck the wife, but he wanted to fuck you?"
Exactly. That's why I say, man.
People don't like people gotta understand it's a lot of things. Like we say it's just cut and dry. A woman that respects a man wouldn't do XYZ. Right? And I agree to that to a certain extent. If you go into this relationship, hey, you my woman, I'm your man, this is us, this is our relationship, this is our marriage, we're not doing anything else.
Right.
Now when she step out of those, like your contract or what your obligation or what y'all agreed on, then that's disrespectful, right? But if it's like you said up front, hey, my nigga, I like you, but I like other niggas too. Is this something that you want to take up on? Do you something you want to do? We could be in a relationship, we can get married, we can have kids. But if I want to fuck other niggas, I need that. And if you want to fuck other bitches, you can have that. Is that disrespectful to agree on, or would you think a man is?
Nah, it ain't disrespectful. That's why I say it's all about, like you said, if you go into the relationship, what we got to have a goal as a joint and individually. So that's why I say a lot of guys, they just running the rabbit race. They going into the situation like you get a bitch, you don't know you don't know what to do with her. Like you just you her do boy. She know what to do with you because she been coached at an early age. Women get put on game way earlier than men.
Think so?
Of course, because you got these little girls being trying to get hollered at by 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds.
Well, yeah.
So they mama went through the same thing. The auntie went through. They prepared them early.
Yeah.
They put them on game. But a boy, he don't really get unless his mama see him as that guy. Like I say, like me growing up, like I ain't never really had no problem with women. Like girls, like 5th grade calling the house. Like mama, I had to get my own line. Like they called in the house. I'm on the phone with them. Like
Yeah.
fuck it. What we talking about? We rapping. So I got comfortable real early talking to women. So then you go to school, you interacting with them. They on some freaky shit. Like people think this shit just started now. They been on that. Like chicks been. These chicks 7th grade grabbing your dick in the hallway.
Yeah, I went through.
I'm like,
yeah,
like,
at Banks,
we
they was
12.
fucking. They was fucking under the bleachers and leaving. Yeah.
They get turned on to this stuff early. So a guy, unless he in a certain bracket the way he getting this action, he ain't gonna know what to do.
Yeah.
He just gonna go into the relationship, try to please her, do what she like, and when because you notice in most relationship, it ain't in jeopardy unless the woman unhappy. If the
Mm-hmm.
man inhabit it, he just got to work it out. He just
Mm-hmm.
gotta he'll get over it. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So, women they're just the pretty ones. They get this pretty privilege. They brought up a totally different way.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't the daddy's girl. They ain't being told no.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a person that has not really been told no, and
Mm-hmm.
then you get her, you on some, and we ain't doing that. She
Mm-hmm.
don't know what to do. She kind of like it because it's different, but she don't really know how to
Yeah.
really be in that position where she ain't the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
She been raised that way. So a guy, as boys and men, you held to a standard at all times. So we know what we'll do and what will happen for most in the most cases.
Yeah.
But you go in a relationship, you don't know what to do with her. She gonna run ram shot on you. You gotta have a plan for her.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I just hate to see what we talking about happen. And the
And you
thing
have a plan
is
for it, bitch.
and the thing is now is like I said, you slap Chris Rock, but another nigga gonna see y'all out and pat the phone up and say the shit. Or what if the comedian, you think you finna go up there and do that to another comedian because it said something about your wife or or said something about you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a slippery slope. You basically open, like you said, Pandora's box, and that's what kind of what Will really did with a lot of this shit that went on. And now another thing is, I'm gonna say this: black women have been getting so much flack right now lately. And I see, I scroll down Facebook and all these women say, man, black men are just, dogging black women now, and saying X, Y, Z about black women. And what you're seeing is a explosion of a lot of shit that black men have been dealing with when it comes to women, right?
Fact.
So for the longest, if you remember, for probably about 10 years ago, Will and Jada was couple goals.
Yeah, they was.
There was couple goals, all of this shit right now.
Yeah.
And now you starting to see what the fuck going on
Yeah.
with a Will and a Jada and what the fuck happening. And you seeing how Will looking out here, he looking bad and shit, and getting his wife fucked, and the nigga coming out saying all this, y'all doing red table talk. What you gonna have now is gonna be a less black women are gonna get married if men seeing what's going on. They already
marriage, it's a dead language for black women. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to tell you, it's over with for that marriage.
Yeah.
Shit. They know it too, cause when I talked to it one chick, young fine thing. She about 26, 27, and she gave a typical response. Well, I wasn't put here to get married. If I get married, I do. If I don't, I don't. So it's just, I know I ain't really gonna get married because I don't even know how to be married. People be trying to get in these relationships. They don't know what really come with this.
Yeah.
They just think it's supposed to be all sunshine and trips. Social media they didn't fuck the game up. They got people talking about you got to take me to Dubai and under submarine dinners and all this type of shit.
You know what I hate about that shit? Me and you both know when them bitches be posting pictures again going to Dubai, they be getting shitted on.
Man, and
by
it's only,
rich ass.
And it's only a small percentage. I don't really know no chicks going out there on no bad bitch model shit, but I see it on Instagram. We know what's going on.
Bro, I know a chick personally.
She got 100 bands.
Personally,
Yeah.
that went to Dubai, and this how I found out about it, bro. So one of my homegirls hit me up like, "Hey, we finna go out." It was 2013. She was like, this when I first found out about it. I was like, well, such and such a. She was like, she moved to the A. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know she moved to the A like that. I was like, y'all be hanging out? She like, no, we don't hang out. I was like, why y'all don't hang out? She was like, well, she be getting paid to go and fly on trips and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, she be getting paid. Now, this is a bitch from high school. Wasn't particularly cute. She had a decent body, but wasn't particularly cute. And I don't follow her on any social media, right?
Yeah.
So she told me this, right? I go to her page, right? She looked totally different, my nigga. Totally. When I say she didn't got a body type.
Yeah.
She already had a little ass on her, but she didn't got a body type. Like her weave, she didn't have, her weave looked cheap when we was in school. Now the weave right, she putting the makeup on right, angles right.
She got the kit.
She didn't did something. And bro, she looked totally different. And this is from social media. I haven't seen her in person, so I know it might look different seeing her in person, but she just totally different, bro, the way that she looks. And so when I'm seeing her, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe from what I see, she could probably get flown out. Yeah. And so I asked, I was like, well, why, I'm asking you, well, shit, you look better than her. Why you ain't doing it? Well, I found out that they be doing stuff that I ain't willing to do. I was like, what you mean? Like, I ain't know what the fuck she was talking about. She was like, man, yeah. She like, well, she had went to Dubai and came back and told us they had shitted on them.
Terrible.
I was like, are you serious? You bullshitting, right? Right? She like, no. She like, dead ass. They be getting shit and pissed on.
For a
They be
Honda.
they be doing all this other type shit. She was like, what you don't know is that how she got the money to move to Atlanta. I was like, what? She like, yeah, that's why she do all the work, got her body done and shit like that or whatever. Because she went out there, they gave her some bread. She ended up moving to Atlanta, got her shit together, and now she just finesse niggas out of money.
Bro, when the chick start getting that bread, she turned into a nigga. Like she a dude with a vagina.
Yeah.
So she money hungry. She got to keep buying the designer. She got to keep doing it because she know she didn't open up a box that she ain't be able to close. Like she
Yeah.
ain't be able to just stop getting that check like that. Because a lot of chicks now they liberated. They feel that
Mhm.
they've been freed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they always talking about. Like you see the chicks that's married and stuff, they still posting on social media like they
Mhm.
single, advertise, showing that ass and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So they like, if you don't like it, that mean you insecure. I'm liberated. You need to let me be what I am. And I'm like, dude,
That's
don't.
why I agree when you say a lot of women don't understand what come in relationships because if you say that I'm insecure because I respect you enough and I respect our relationship enough to not want you to be out there.
Right.
But now I'm insecure because you want to be out there to show the world what you got instead of keeping it sacred, and especially for me if I'm your man or your husband.
Right.
So I agree that a lot of women do not understand, and I think that's what we're seeing firsthand with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett is firsthand we see that this woman don't really respect or know what really comes in a relationship. And like I said, she might have told him straight up, "Hey, look, this is what we're gonna do, whoop de whoop." But like I said, it's always been rumored. And hold on. So this is what we're gonna say. It's always been rumored they was an open relationship. August Alsina hit, right? When August Alsina had hit, then they had to talk, and it kind of confirmed that they had an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only a matter of time before we see some shit. A nigga come out and be like,
Listen, I'd like to, like I said, I like to drop the game. If you get a bitch, you don't know what to do with her, or
Yeah.
any disrespect. I'm talking about any disrespect. It's over with.
yeah,
Because disrespect is risky.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So a woman, she know who and when to do this with. You see what I'm saying? She
Mhm.
know she. That's why we had the conversation about going to work. I
Mhm.
got a white supervisor. She got a white supervisor. She ain't giving him the attitude she giving you. She ain't
Right.
talking to him crazy the way she talking to you. So she know. So we can't blame it on no kind of relationship dynamic because
Mhm.
she know when and where to behave like a
Right.
fool. So like I said, you in the game, you date, you got your chick. If any disrespect come into play, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Well, we about to get ready to get up out of here. You want to tell the folk where they can find you at and whatnot?
Yes, sir. Date Master on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Date Master on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Flyer Flash and Legacy Room _ Vintage on Instagram. But yeah, that's it. Get at me. Graphic design, flyers, vintage gear. Pop-up shops coming soon. You can follow the pages to get the details.
Thank y'all for tuning into the New Normal Podcast. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we out.